Hi, and welcome back to Really Great Gear. Have you ever watched a James Bond movie and admired all the really cool gear he gets to use? Well, stay tuned. I have something to show you. If you ever thought it would be cool to ride in a miniature submarine, a company called SeaQuest in San Diego should be your next call. SeaQuest is the first company to offer rides in something called the SeaBreacher, a semi-submersible which can have you zipping underwater at 20 miles an hour and then leaping into the air like a dolphin. The SeaBreacher is not actually a submarine, it's a semi-submersible. What that means is that the engine breathes air and has to have a snorkel that stays above the surface of the water. But the body, with you in it, can go about 5 feet under the water. The ride is very much like a wave runner on the surface, with the exception being that you're in a completely dry, totally enclosed cockpit with a bubble canopy like a fighter jet. The visibility is awesome. The SeaBreacher is powered by a 230 horsepower supercharged engine, again very similar to a wave runner. The company claims speeds on the surface of up to 60 miles an hour. Speeds at a depth of 5 feet are up to 20 miles an hour, and the SeaBreacher can completely clear the surface of the water when it jumps. So on my ride with SeaQuest, we took a support boat out into San Diego Bay where we joined up with the SeaBreacher. Our SeaBreacher pilot was Anthony, and our support boat operator was Stu, who also happens to be one of the co-owners of SeaQuest.
Dive in today.
These guys were some of the nicest, friendliest people you could imagine and made the experience even better. Once out in the bay, I slid into the back seat of the SeaBreacher, which is kind of a tight squeeze. I buckled in, then Anthony closed and sealed the canopy, and we were off. So we started with some tight turns to the left and right, and then the real fun began. Anthony dove the SeaBreacher underwater, and all I could see was the green water of San Diego Bay completely surrounding me. We were going at pretty good speed underwater when all of a sudden the SeaBreacher was pointing for the surface and leaping out of the water. You could clearly see the SeaBreacher leave the water and get some hang time before splashing back down. Now you might think that landing might be a little jarring or a little rough, but I didn't think so at all. I thought it was really pretty gentle landing. Now this continued for the rest of our 10-minute ride, alternating between tight turns, 360s, and leaping into the air. To be honest, when I first heard the ride was only 10 minutes, I was thinking, that's kind of short. But when I actually did it, I realized that that's probably going to be the perfect length for most people. If you think about a roller coaster or other amusement park type ride, those are typically a couple minutes, and this was much, much longer. Now, if this seems even remotely interesting to you, I highly recommend you call SeaQuest if you're going to be in San Diego. It's definitely, in my opinion, worth the time and the money for a ride. Now, I have a link to SeaQuest in the description below. I'll also link to some videos from Innespace, the manufacturer of the SeaBreacher, somewhere up here. So a question for you, would you want to ride in the SeaBreacher? Leave your answer and the reason why or why not in the comments section below. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you haven't already. I look forward to seeing you next time with more really great gear.